Hello everybody! Today, I'm here to teach you how to remove silence from videos. The easiest way is to show you what I'm talking about. Hello everybody! Today, I'm here to teach you how to remove silence from videos. The easiest way is to show you what I'm talking about. Now that you've seen an example of exactly what I'm talking about, let me explain what happened and how you can do it yourself. I'm using WonderShare Filmora. The silence detection feature is an additional $6 a month if it's something you're interested in. There are other software programs that allow you to do this, and they all basically function the same way. First, you have to select your clip in the timeline. Then, go to this button here, Silence Detection Beta, and click that. This is going to analyze your clip. There's 3 settings that you can adjust. There's the volume threshold, the minimum duration, and the softening buffer. The volume threshold is the volume that is considered silence. If you look closely here, you can see that there is some background noise. So it wasn't actually silent. However, I wasn't speaking. So it was silent in the sense that I wasn't saying anything. And Filmora can still detect that silence. If I put this volume threshold to 0 and click restart, then you can see that Filmora won't actually notice any of the silence because of that background noise. So let's raise the volume threshold back to the default of 25. Anytime you change one of these 3 settings, you'll have to click restart to reprocess the clip. Looking at the clip preview here, we can see that these black grayed out areas are the areas that will be removed. So you can get a quick sense of how much silence was removed from your video. The minimum duration affects how long the silence needs to happen for it to be removed. The default is 0.5. This will result in no pauses in your speaking. If that's too fast for you, you could raise it to something like 1 second. If we were to do this, click restart, you can see that it actually would only get rid of one of the pauses because all my other pauses are just around 1 second. Okay, so we're going to set it back to 0.5, click restart. The softening buffer isn't something you really need to worry about that much. The main thing you're going to be changing is the minimum duration, possibly the volume threshold. But if you need to change your volume threshold, it probably means that you have too much background noise. Once you've set up these, keeping in mind that you can probably just use the defaults, then go over and click Export to Timeline. This is going to replace the clip with all of the mini snippets. If I re-add the original clip, you can see that it's significantly longer. I'm going to cut this up real quick so that it's the exact same clip I had in the beginning. And you can see that the original clip was around 15 seconds. And then with silence removal, it was around 10 seconds. So about a third of the video was removed. This is a really great way to talk quickly in your videos without rushing when you're actually recording the content. It's actually very important to have a clear and peaceful understanding of what you're working on and what you're talking about. By trying to rush yourself organically, you will often confuse and alienate users simply by getting too distracted. Faster speaking isn't better if the faster speaking isn't relevant. And if you're watching this video and feel that it's too fast, you can go to the bottom right of your YouTube video settings, click on the cogwheel, and then you can adjust the speed of the video. You can half the speed or double it, depending on if the video is too fast or too slow for your preferences. In general, a video that is faster speaking will perform better as long as the speaking is relevant to what the viewer is interested in. Some subjects require you to speak much slower. If you have an international audience whose language isn't the same as your base language, then it's usually good to speak slower and to properly enunciate each word. However, if you're talking to a bunch of gamer kids in your local language, then they want you to fast as talk as possible and make a bunch of mistakes, and that's what they like. So it really depends who your audience is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Another advantage of using the silence detection feature is that it automatically cuts your video up into snippets of you talking. So if you're always talking really fast, then it's going to group that speech together. However, if you have a pause in between each thought as you transition into the next one, then you don't have to manually cut it anymore. You can just automatically separate everything that way. So silence removal can actually be a way to make your editing process much, much faster, even if you're not actually interested in getting rid of silence. If you liked this video or you want to learn about anything else, then comment below and tell me what you want to learn about. I will make a tutorial for you. Also, check out my videos about macros. It's one of my favorite things to make tutorials about, because if you're a heavy computer user, you can get hours of your life back by using macros to automate the repetitive tasks that you do on a regular basis for your work. Check out my macro videos if you're interested in learning more about that. And comment below if you have a tutorial that you want me to make. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!